Cheers.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Thank you.
Ben, an unchanged team, was that a straightforward decision once Jack Leeds was past fit? What were you pondering?
Yeah, it was. Obviously, it was pretty unfortunate with what happened to Leachy last week at Lord's, but he's pulled up well this week. And yeah, it was pretty straightforward once we got the good news that he was fit to play.
Were you contemplating at all playing an extra bowler or batter?
No.
And how are you? Because you had a little bit of discomfort at practice yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Just a bit stiff, but yeah, all good this morning.
Is that side stiffness or?
Just body, mate. Just body, yeah.
Just wear and tear?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you feel you have to manage that a little bit now with the workloads?
No, not really. I think it's probably just been more sensible around training and stuff like that because obviously when you get out there and across that line, obviously you want to do everything that you can to help win a game for England. So yeah, it's probably just been more sensible around training.
So you'll be bowling and batting as an all-rounder in this test?
Yeah, I will be. Yeah.
And how's morale been since that win at Lord's? How important was that win, given the run this team's been on?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Obviously, coming into the second game here with the win under our belt straight away, with me being captain and Brendan as coach, I think it's obviously better than losing. But yeah, I think one of the great things that I found about this last couple of weeks is generally just how much fun it's been. Sometimes when the pressures of being an international cricketer and stuff like that, the pressures of going out and delivering performances on a weekly basis sort of can get challenging, but we're playing for England, we're doing a job that we all grew up just sort of playing as a hobby, and I think that everyone's just really looked like they've really enjoyed themselves, because at the end of the day when you're playing for your country, I think the first and foremost thing is just to make sure you have as much fun as you possibly can.
Is that something that you and Brendan McCullum have emphasised since you've been going?
Yeah, definitely. As I just said there, you don't get many greater honours to represent your country, and if it's not fun and enjoyable, then it's probably time to call it a day, I guess.
I saw that with the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
A similar sort of thing, team building?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit different to the one you would have saw yesterday with the coaches running around with helmets on and stuff like that. But that energy that Baz has brought, I think has just almost just been a lift for everyone. And as I said, it's been great having his enthusiasm and his energy around the group.
What did you make of his goalkeeper?
Well, I shouted out to him. I can see why he gave the gloves up. So yeah. I thought we were a little bit harshly treated because we had James Foster in goal for us. So yeah, it was a bit harder to get past him than Baz.
Stuart Broad looks pretty accomplished from the penalty spot. This could be his last test here. How is he this week?
Well, it's your words, not mine, about his last test. But look, I mean, he loves playing at Trent Bridge. Obviously, this is where he's played, all of his cricket when he moved from Leicester. So, and he's got some great memories here. Probably the best one, that 8 for 15 against Australia. And yeah, I'm sure that every time you walk out to the field playing for England at your home county is very special.
Are you looking forward to having him bowling here, given what he's done before?
Yeah, they set the example last week, himself and James, and it was great to see, two guys who have accomplished, amazing things on the field for England, but to see them two charging in like they did last week to win games for England was, I think, inspiring for, especially even myself and all the younger lads. So I hope they can do the same again this week.
Do you think that might inspire Broad, the fact it could be his last?
No, I don't think he needs much inspiration. Every time he wears the 3 lines, he goes out there and tries to give it his all.
And on New Zealand, they came into the first test a little bit undercooked in terms of the conditions here in England, but one test under their belts now. Are you expecting a bit of a backlash?
Look, I always find New Zealand, we're very evenly matched, especially in English conditions. The overhead, any overhead sort of suits both our bowling attacks. So yeah, we know that every time we go up against New Zealand, it's never an easy ride. The game, pretty much went to the wire until day 4, and we don't expect anything less.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Ben, I don't want to labour the point about Jack, but can you give us a bit of an insight into the rigorous sort of testing in this modern game that players go through with that sort of incident?
It's probably better off asking the doctor, to be honest. That's not my sort of level of expertise.
And just in terms of Matthew Potts in his debut last week and how impressive, what sort of challenge did he set himself to raise the bar even further this week?
Yeah, look, I think the way that he started last week, was obviously amazing. It's pretty much a dream debut for him. But I think the most important thing, you know, is from a senior player point of view, and you know, even from the coaches and stuff like that, is just, you know, making sure that to keep improves, and if things don't go his way this week, it's not the be all and end all. You know, but he's a fantastic competitor. That's why he got the opportunity to play, and I obviously had to use him in a slightly different role because he normally takes a new ball for Durham, but he came on and I think he took a wicket in 3 or 4 times in his first over when I asked him to do it. So I'll be looking to use him the same way to come in and affect the game, and you know, hopefully try and take a wicket sort of when we need one. No worries.
I think we're done. Thank you. We'll do
Sweet. Cheers, guys.